Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to the School of Science. My name is Luke and this is the final video of 2022 looking over the new Everton Stadium. Now, I will apologise in advance very quickly because you probably noticed already, but right now my throat is absolutely killing me. I've been struck with the bug that everyone else seems to be getting at the moment where it's basically like a mini flu in its own right. Pretty much you feel like crap, you feel a little bit fatigued, coughing profusely, sore throat, all that lovely stuff. So if I do dip out at random points, it's more down to the fact that I just need to get a drink of water before I go into an absolute coughing fit. And I don't really want to be doing coughing fits into the microphone because I've already done like 2 or 3 takes prior to this. So it is it's not professional and I don't want to be coughing into the microphone. So I do apologise if you hear like about 2 or 3 seconds sort of drop out while I quickly grab a drink. Now, as we look over the stadium, now granted it has been about nearly 3 weeks since the last video, and apologies on that one. Again, this is just more down to this. I'm in the tail end of it. But looking over the stadium at the moment, we can see that they have stopped all the work on the site right now. So they have stopped for the Christmas period, and they stopped just short of actually finishing off the roof truss as well. The main parts of the roof trusses before they work on the more nuanced stuff. So you can see in the North Stand, which we're going to talk about later, they've got that pretty much close to done. And they were midway on finishing off the South Stand as well. You can see like the little outcrops and everything where they were actually going to start adding more bits to it. So it was a shame they didn't actually get these finished before Christmas. But to tell you the truth, I'm still happy that the thing is progressing the way it is. We are moving nice and smoothly. The only thing is, at the moment, the football club isn't moving as smoothly as we'd like. But that's for another topic on another day. We'll talk about that possibly with the 12-month review. Now, that's granted, that is going to be on the stadium. It's not exactly going to be on Everton Football Club, but we will probably sneak a little bit of Everton Football Club in there. Because, let's be honest, it is their stadium we're talking about here. Now, looking over the South Stand, though, as you can see, everything is coming across. We've got all the roof stuff in place, all the steelworks in place, and I think the temporary structures that you can see there that are supporting it, I think they won't be too long left. They'll probably most likely get taken away when they come off the Christmas break, probably within a month or two of it. So as we move now over onto the West Stand, we can see now with the West Stand, now that they've closed it, there's not going to be too much in terms of progress, but you can see that most stuff is pretty much close to the point where they're going to actually start putting seats in and probably even start working on the roof truss stuff as well, because with the West Stand itself, I wouldn't be surprised if as they move all this around, actually no. You can actually see the foundation of what's going to happen. So you can see it over on the East Stand if you look very close to the back. So all the seating and everything is going to get moved around. So what will probably happen is that'll happen here. So you're going to have the seats and everything move around, and then they'll start working on the roof and everything, because there's still a lot of work that needs to be done for the East and West Stand, because these are the main hospitality areas and there's going to be a lot more stuff. Whereas with the North and South Stand, granted there's still going to be a lot of stuff added to it, but in terms of amounts of stuff that's added compared to the East and West, you're not going to see much in terms of like hospitality suites and everything like that. It's just going to be general concession stands as well as the seating area. It's going to be essentially bare bones compared to the other two sides. Also, they've got to accommodate like the media and other stuff, so that's stuff that's got to take into account as well. And you can see also that the brick facade is coming along nicely as well. Now, as we go on to the North Stand, you can see that everything's moving along nicely. Now, this is one that was actually mentioned. Apparently, the little roof panels that you can see on top at the moment, those are apparently aluminium. I mean, granted, anytime I've flown over them, for some reason, maybe it might just be a trick of the light, but they looked sort of trans-opaque, is it? Where they've got like the semi-opaque, if you get what I mean, or semi-translucent. More than likely, they are aluminium, and it is just me not seeing it properly, so apologies on that one. But apparently they are the permanent things, so they are the ones that are going to be sitting in there when it's all done and dusted. So I'm a little confused as to why they're being put up now of all times. I mean, granted, it's probably more ideal for them to do that just because they can then judge and move on and move to the next step. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not in the construction industry. It's not my forte to sort of critique or judge. But yeah, guys, I would like to apologise that I haven't had the weekly things up as of late. It's just, as I said, I've been not exactly well and everything. And just as we've been moving along and everything, it's been more convenient for me to get this done now. But yeah, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and stay tuned for the year review. That'll be coming out shortly afterwards. It should be around 6 PM. So take care and peace.